Well, I've got a lot to cover and I got to get it in 10 minutes, so let's kick right into it. A lot of people have said, hey Tom, what are you up to? What businesses are out there that really have some merit? I've done some pretty good things in some of these referral businesses, so I'm going to show you one today, and hopefully you're going to like it as much as I did. Now, what I want you to understand, this is a brief overview. This is a simple presentation. I'm not into all these crazy graphics. I want to show you what this program can do for you, period. So let's take a look. Benefits. No startup costs, no monthly costs. Global opportunity. This is huge, folks. No products to consume. How different is that? Unlimited income. 16-year-old established company. Unique products that will always be in demand and have been in demand for a very long time. And a virtual guaranteed income, and I will explain that. Please understand, nothing in life is guaranteed. Here's my question. How many people do you know that have a savings account? Virtually everyone, right? Well, how would you like to get paid when they deposit money in their savings account? Case in point, you refer your friend to a local bank. Doesn't matter which one it is. They open an account. Every time they put money in it, Bank of America, as an example, puts money in your account. You get a referral fee for referring them to Bank of America in this example. Would you like that? So far, everyone I've talked to does, and I think they will like it. When you talk to them, you're going to like it. Just send them to this video. You don't even need to explain it. I already did all the work. So, would you like to get paid when people deposit money in their savings account? If the answer is yes, keep watching. If the answer is no, stop right here, because the rest of it won't interest you. Okay. Our company has what's called a gold or silver savings account, and it works like a regular savings account, except it's based on gold and silver. Here's an example. Let's say you wanted to deposit $500 in your savings account. What you would do is simply break that up into two pieces. You'd put $435 in Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, local bank, whatever it is, and you diversify the other $65 into your gold savings account. And you'll notice you didn't spend any money. You still have the same amount of money, and you can get back to that gold savings account and get the money out if you need it, folks. Now, the $65 is converted to gold or silver, and you keep it in a Swiss vault, which you'll have complete access to, seeing all your records on that. But that's not what this video is about. This is just a top-level overview. Why gold and silver? Well, there's a lot of examples, and due to the lack of time that I have here today, just take a look at the news. All right, I'll show you how gold is averaging 27% over the last 60 years. That's the average return. If that's not good enough for you, look at the news. We're in trouble, folks, as an economy. Now, if you had purchased $65 a month of gold in 1950, and you did it all the way up to today, how much would you have? Well, you'd have $700,000 plus, and you'd have invested $47,000. That's not a bad return on investment. And my guess is if you put it at Bank of America, the same 65, you're probably not going to come out with $770,000. Would you agree? Let's keep going. All right, what I need you to understand. Most business you get into, you spend money, there's a cost. There isn't a cost here. All you're doing is diversifying your cash into gold. Not all your cash, of course, just whatever you're comfortable with. So stop throwing your money into depreciating assets and start putting them into appreciating assets. Now, let's use a simple example. You tell your friend about this business. They say, hey, $65 a month. I'd like to put that in gold. That makes good sense to me. Well, you would earn 3.3% on that on average. And again, I'm using a very simplified example. The comp plan is a bit more difficult to understand here. And so the 3.3% on your friend's money. You can't even get that in a CD on your own money. So just focus on the 3%. Forget it's $1.65, because that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the concept of the business. Now, you would have earned $8.25 if you showed 5 friends. Not exciting, I get it, but you understand this is just the concept. Here's my virtual guarantee. Assuming the value of gold is unchanged for a given month, what have you earned? Well, you've earned $8.25 off the referral fees, right? Let's assume you had a $65 gold savings account, which you should consider. Your return would be 12.7%. Now, keep in mind, it's not 12.7% on the increase of gold, it's 12.7% on the referral money. So what you basically can do is insulate yourself to any fluctuations in gold by simply sharing this with people. A lot of people think gold's too high to buy. Well, you know what? It's called dollar cost averaging. You buy some high, you buy some when it drops, you get an average price, and over the long run, you're going to be just fine. However, gold could go up 12.7%, and if it did, you'd make 25%. 12% on your gold savings, the 65 we talked about, and 12% on referral money. Take a look at that 25%, folks, because there's a whole lot more money to be made than 25% on $65 or some of your friends' money. Let's take a look at gold and see if it's a good investment. Well, what I did is I went back 60 years, and you can see over here the average annual returns. And if you want to stop the slide here, stop it. Look at them. You'll notice I put the negatives in there because there were some years that they were zero and some years that it was down. But even in the down years, folks, 3.5% average, come on, the stock market dropped almost 40 or 50%. Some people lost 70, 80% of their portfolios. This is a risk we should all be willing to take. Most importantly, the 60-year history of gold is 27.6 per year. 27.6% per year. That's phenomenal. Good luck finding a stock that's done that over 60 years. Now, here's a couple scenarios I just want to show you. I always want to know, hey, can I lose my money in this? Well, you know what? There's risk in everything we do. So let's take a look at scenario 1. Try not to look down the page here for a second, please. If you invested $65 a month, at 12 months, you'd have invested $780. Let's say gold drops 10% over that year. You lose $6.50 a month. All right, 10% of your 65. Let's say it drops 20%. You lose $13 a month. That's a pretty small price to pay to be in a business that has the upside that this one does. I just wanted to show you a worst case scenario. You can always convert your money back, your gold back to cash. All right, offsetting factors. Your referral income would obviously go against any type of losses. And the return over 60 years, as we mentioned, is over 27%. How can you lose, folks? All right, so I want to leave it right here, and I want to say this to you. If you like the concept of making money when other people deposit into a gold or savings account, gold or silver savings account, what I need you to do is get back to the person who showed you this. This is a complete no-brainer. Remember, you are not spending money. Let's go to the summary page and wrap it up since I only have 10 minutes to get this on YouTube. Gold never loses its value. There's a 60-year return of over 20% per year. You can buy as much or as little as you want. You are not spending money. You are reallocating your assets. There are no other programs where you don't have to spend money on product. You can get the gold delivered to you or turn it back into cash. There's 100% online tracking of your investment. There's a 16-year company track record. Are you ready to get started? I just showed you that the downside is minuscule, and the upside, folks, we do have people making well over $100,000 a month in this business. That's it for now. Thanks for watching the video.